Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Well, we had an interesting night last night. I can't remember the last time it thundered and lightninged the way it did last night. And it poured and poured rain. It was actually kind of cool. Lightning is really beautiful, in my opinion. I actually like storms as long as I don't feel like there's going to be a tornado. I like thunderstorms. But this morning I'll show you the garden. It's fine. Nothing terrible went awry out there. No trees down that I could see. So that's a good thing, because that's happened before, as we all know, that have been my followers for a while. I had a couple of trees come down in the backyard, big pieces of trees, and I had to have those taken down, which cost me $1,200. So I got those paid off. But I have a lot of trees in the back, and I planted those all myself. Otherwise, my wooded lot, well, there is a little woods behind my house, but my wooded lot would not be wooded if I hadn't have planted all those trees. So anyway, that was a lot of work. I've always done a lot of work in my garden. I'm trying to simplify it so that it's not so much work anymore. And I think maybe, I don't know, we'll see next year, but I think maybe I've got a handle on it now. At least I hope I do. So I can continue to garden into my late senior years. So sometimes as you get older, you have to plan ahead more than when you were younger. When you were younger, you had a lot of days where, unless you had an accident or something, where you knew you were going to be able to accomplish things. But as you get older, your ability to do things gets less and less. So, unless you're one of these marathon people, which I'm not, but it would be nice to be that way. Anyway, let's give the coffee a taste. Cheers. I see videos about these older people. They're in their late 80s, 90s, that are dancing up a storm or running marathons or lifting unbelievable amount of weight at their age. Well, I have too many issues to do any of that. But it would be nice. Oh well, you have to embrace where you are at this point in time and enjoy what you can. So, all right, I'm going to drink my coffee. I can enjoy that. And I will meet you at the budget book, and we'll see how I did yesterday. All right, back at the budget book. So, yesterday I didn't spend any money. So that's a good thing. Not doing too badly this month unless something comes up where I need things here, but I'm going to try not to spend any money. So we'll see. But it's actually going to be 86 degrees today. Ugh. We're supposed to get more thunderstorms. And then tomorrow it's going to be cooler, down to 76. So I like that much better. But back to the budget. So I'm thinking about, I've said this before, getting a cushion covers for my sofa, getting a couple sets of them so that I can wash them. And my Chloe has a habit of digging with her nails. She likes to make a bed, so every now and then she makes holes in the covers. In my one sofa that I had to throw out, she dug a big hole in that. So it's, I don't know. She just likes to do that. She makes herself a nest. So every now and then I have to replace things, but that's why I bought a cheap sofa. But it's actually really comfortable. So, and it's a neutral color, so I can cover it. And it's actually a love seat. I didn't want to get a whole big sofa for my living room because I wanted to open up the space a little bit more. And so that works out okay. But anyway, I have those cushion covers in my Amazon cart. But so far I'm sticking to my rule that I made that I can't spend more than $100 a month on Amazon. Now, so far, I've stuck to that. I mean, if I needed something that was more expensive, let's say I wanted to get a vacuum cleaner, and the vacuum cleaner was $200. Well, then I would buy the vacuum cleaner, but then I couldn't buy anything else for 2 months. So that's the way I'm trying it, because I really used to rack up the Amazon account, and of course I always put it on my Amazon credit card because then you get the points and you can get things cheaper that way. So anyway, that's my newest strategy. I started that a couple months ago, and so far so good. So, all right, well, I don't know what's on the agenda for today. Like I said, we're supposed to be getting more thunderstorms, and it's pretty dark outside. So, we'll see what happens. All right. I'll be back in a little bit. Well, I'm out here in my garden this morning to see if there was any damage. My little red bud is going to be falling over soon. But it rained so hard last night. So I'm just looking to see if anything was damaged. I'll have to come out here and fix it up. No, it looks like everything is okay. But boy, did we get thunder and lightning. Lots and lots of thunder and lightning and pouring rain. All right, well, there's the garden this morning. More of my cannas are blooming. So, all right, I'm going to go in with my puppies and have some coffee. My goodness, it's a gloomy day. Lots of thunder going on. Okay, well, this morning I'm going to make a pizza quesadilla, and I'm using this rosso pesto. It's from Aldi's. It's really good. It's good on pasta too. I almost like it better than regular pesto, even though I do like regular pesto a lot. So I'm just making a small little quesadilla. I have ingredients I want to use up. So I have a little bit of tomato from the garden, and I have a little bit of olives. If I had mushrooms, I would put mushrooms on here, but I don't have mushrooms right now. But I'm thinking that I do want to make a quick trip to Aldi's. probably today because they have avocados again on sale for 49 cents, and you can't beat that price, and I'm totally out of avocados. So okay, I have here a couple of black cherry tomatoes and a couple different kinds of olives. So I'm going to put that on there. Yum, yum. This will be really tasty. And then I'm going to sprinkle some olives. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to put cheese on this one too, so they stick together. So back up. All right, let's try this again. So I just have here some Parmesan cheese. You can get that at Aldi's too. I don't know where I got this. I may have gotten it there or at Mark's. I'm not sure. So a little Parmesan cheese. And then this is what's going to glue it together. I have to use this up. It's 4 cheese pizza blend that I picked up at Mark's a while back. Oh, they know when I have this bag out. They love a little bite of cheese. Puppies have to wait a minute. I'm in the middle of something. All right, now let's put the tomato on. It'll help glue it together a little bit. I should save some of these seeds from the tomato, black cherry tomato. I think that's what I did last year, and I planted them. So okay, put the olives in there. I love olives. And then here I have some green onions still from the garden that I have to use up. So rather than cutting up an onion, I'm just going to put some of that in there. Okay. And then here I have some basil from a little indoor basil plant that I have from my mom. So I'm going to put some of that on there. Okay. A little bit more. Oh, this basil smells so good. All right. So I'm going to put this together and make a mess. And then I'm going to put this in the quesadilla maker that I got from Aldi's. It's one of my new favorite kitchen toys. Probably be a better idea to not put the cheese on this side, to put it on top. Yep. Somebody wasn't thinking. All right, be back in a second. Okay, well, you wait for the green light and then you put the thing on, close it up, if I can. And sometimes you have to wait a little bit until it kind of smushes down some before you close it up. But anyway, I'm going to just let that cook for, about 5 minutes. And that was $16.99 at Aldi's. And I think that was worth the cost of it. So, all right, I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll take a look. Ooh, I wish you could smell this. It just smells wonderful. Okay, be careful when you open it. There's lots of steam coming out. Ooh, look at that. So a lot of the stuff melted out, but that's okay. I'm going to let it cool off a little bit, and then I'm going to take it out and see what it tastes like. But first I'm going to let it cool because it's really hot. Okay, well, here is what it looks like. Now I can put a little ranch dressing on here if I so choose. I hope I cut this enough. Oh, this smelled so good. So let me give this a bite. I couldn't make up my mind this morning what I wanted to eat, so it's already noon. So I settled on this. This is really good. So I think I may have overstuffed it a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, you still have it on the ends. I'm going to enjoy that. And dip it in some ranch or sour cream. So there's my brunch for this morning or this afternoon. And I'll be back. All right, well, I'm trying to see how easy this is to clean up, and it's very, very simple. Nothing has seemed to stick to it. I've used it a couple different times with different things, and yeah, I think this thing is great. So, I mean, I don't make any money or anything off of this. I just like to share things that I like, that work well for me. So I don't know if Aldi still has this. I bought this last week. So if you're interested, check out your local Aldi's. And there we go. Now I'll just wipe it off with a wet rag, and that'll be all clean. Alright, here I have my last potatoes. They were starting to look a little funky, so I cooked those up in the microwave, scrubbed them up 6 minutes in the microwave, and then I let them cool overnight. I just left them out on the counter. And now I'm going to make some potato salad out of those. And I've done this before many times, and it turns out really good. I cut up all my potatoes. Now, one of the potatoes I left a little bit chunkier because I still have all these garden veggies that I cooked up from the other day. So there's a little bit of liquid in there, not too much, but what I want to do, I have in my freezer some not beef cubes that I want to use up. So I want to make a bit of a beef stew out of this, but I'm not going to do that today. But what I am going to do is take the potatoes and put some of this, it's all gravy on. I've had this for a long time. I want to use that up. So these potatoes aren't salted, and the veggies don't have too much salt either, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this salt on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this back in the fridge. I'm going to stick all the potatoes in here. And then that'll be maybe a meal for tomorrow. So just using bits and pieces of all your leftovers and things you want to use up, like potatoes or rice. So, all right, that's going back in the fridge. And then I'm going to make my potato salad. Okay, well, this is such an easy way to make potato salad. Just microwave your potatoes the day before, let them cool. They're real easy to cut up. So I'm going to put some salt and pepper on here because they aren't seasoned. And potatoes usually take quite a bit of salt, but you can always add more after. And some pepper. Okay, now here I have the rest of the green onions that I cut the other day. I want to use those. I'm not going to cut up a sweet onion. Normally that's what I would put in there, but I want to use these up. So, and I have more outside. So those are going in. And then here I have the last of my zucchini relish, which turned out really good. I'll probably make some more of that. So I'm going to put in, a tablespoon, couple tablespoons. It depends on how much pickle taste you want. And I'm also going to add some of the juice. I do this with regular pickles too when I make potato salad. I add some of the pickle juice, and it gives it a nice taste. If you don't like that, don't put it in. Now here I have a little bit of tartar sauce I made the other day, again with the pickled zucchini, and I think I used Miracle Whip for that, but I'm not going to be eating any more not fish for a while, so I'm going to put that in. And just use it up. And I'm going to put some onion powder in here, since green onion is pretty mild. And then I'm going to add some regular mayo. I don't want it too soupy, so I'd rather add a little bit and then add more if I need to. And a little bit of yellow mustard. Not too much. Fingers are wet. It's hard to open things with wet fingers. Okay. So if you like potato salad and you're always paying a lot of money for that grandma's potato salad or whatever you like, then just, buy some potatoes and make your own. Use up your potatoes. Now you can add an egg to this, which I might do. So you can have egg and mustard potato salad. And this would be good with a burger or a sausage or some fish, some nut fish. So I'm going to put this in the refrigerator so that it can, the flavors can marry into the potatoes. I think potato salad is always better the next day. So there we go, a very quick and easy potato salad. It doesn't have to be a big production. Using up what I have, so now I have no more potatoes except freezer potatoes. I have fries and a couple different things. And I also have dried potatoes. So I don't think I'll buy potatoes for the next week or so, but you never know. I might change my mind. All right, in the fridge it goes, and then Tomorrow I'll taste it and see if it needs any more salt. Okay, so that's it for the meal making for today. For dinner I still have stir fry that I can have. I still have my chopped salad that I made. I still have that Madras lentil. I could have another sausage. That was really good. So, okay, I'll be back. Well, today has gone by fairly fast. Not fairly fast, it flew by. So I thought before dinner I'd have a cup of coffee. Cheers. And just have a little chat with you guys, just a short one so this video doesn't get too long. One of my viewers, Lisa, asked me a couple questions that I wanted to answer. And I like when you guys ask me questions and, you know, ask me to clarify or explain, or it makes for good dialogue down in the comments. And commenting helps my channel grow. All the interactions, sharing my video, commenting on it, giving a thumbs up, watching all the way through the video, all the way through the end. All those things help my channel grow. And I appreciate when you guys do that. So let me get right to the questions. And this is pertaining, I think, to yesterday's video. So if you didn't see that, go on over and give that a look. So one of the questions she's asked is, how do I get from thinking about decluttering something and actually decluttering it? Well, for me, it's a process. Not with everything, but with some things, it's a process. Some things I know I just want to get rid of. I know I want to let them go. But let me take, for example, the dishes that I just sold. I've been thinking about decluttering those for quite a while. And of course, you know, I'm going back and forth with myself, but I really like them. I don't want to get rid of them. And then I came up with the plan, well, what about if you only keep 4 sets? You don't really need the other 10. You'll still have the dishes you really like, and you'll have a lot more space in your cabinet. So that's how I went from thinking about decluttering to actually decluttering those. Now, I have some stereos up in the attic that I'm still thinking about decluttering. And before I declutter something that is a bigger item that I'm not so sure about, I ask myself my little guy's snoring. I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, he stopped now. But anyway, like the stereo, for instance, I try and think of ways, how would I use this? Okay, I haven't used it in 20 years, but how would I potentially use it now? If I did use it, would I use it in a different room that maybe doesn't have music, or would I use it, you know, just these different scenarios. So I ask myself scenarios, and can I use it right now? And if I can't come up with any good ideas about how to use that item, then I donate it. So sometimes that process takes me a while. You know, I'm not in a big hurry to just, you know, get everything out. I want to be very mindful about what and how I declutter, because I know I won't be able to afford it again. So I really, really want to make sure that that's the right decision for me. So anyway, that's how I get from potentially decluttering something to actually let it go. I try and use it when I come upon it. And then if I don't, you know, is it something realistically that I could use within this year? So there's all sorts of different scenarios that I ask myself. That was a very good question. How do you guys make a decision to clutter something? Do you just go through it like a tornado and out the door it whirls? Or do you think about things before you declutter them? Or do you declutter them and then you put them right back where you found them? That happens too. All right. Then she was asking me about what I mean about fussing, that I fuss, which I do. Well, what I meant by that was sometimes if you have a task at hand, it's like I have to do this and you just do it. Well, for me, when I have a task at hand, it's like, well, okay, I'm going to get to that task, but I have to do this first, and then I have to do that first. And then, I don't get right to the task. I just fuss around with other things until I actually get to that task. So I'm trying to make things a little more streamlined so I don't have to do that and I don't have to fuss before I get to something. But it's something I'm working on. So that's what I mean by I fuss. I just really take too many steps to get something done, so that's what I do. So, but I'm working on it. And then the last question that she asked was, what did I mean by getting the house ready for the holidays? Well, when I get my house ready for the holidays, I want to make sure everything that doesn't have a home has a home. I don't want things, sitting around in a pile somewhere, or I just want to make sure everything looks good and that I go a step beyond just making the house livable. I want it to look really nice. So maybe that means changing the slip covers on the sofa, or maybe it means changing my table decor, or cleaning, keeping it clean better than what I normally would. So that's what I mean about getting the house ready for the holidays. Basically, just having everything that doesn't have a home put away, everything neat and tidy and clean. So those were very good questions, Lisa. I appreciate you asking. So if any of you out there have any other questions that you'd like me to answer, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my very best to answer them. So, all right, my friends, I'm going to choose one of my dinners now that I have prepared ahead. I really enjoy this type of cooking, where I take every little scrap of food that I have and make something else out of it. If it's not enough for one whole meal, I'll combine it with something else and make a different meal out of it. And I really like using up my groceries like that. And I have very little waste that way. So I don't feel like I'm throwing my money right in the garbage. So, all right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Thanks for watching.